How's it going, guys? It's Eclipse here, and today we're taking a look at the weekend operations, kind of having a look at what you can expect this weekend, and also some information that Wargaming have released. For those of you interested in clans, I'm going to be starting my own clan at some point very soon for you guys to join, just have a little community as part of the clan, so you can always join. More info on that will be released very soon in a video probably dedicated to it itself, how you can join, what kind of things you need to do, and what the clan is basically going to be about. But in terms of this video, we're going to talk about the operations. We're going to talk about this new kind of clan tournament thing that's coming out very soon, and we've got some other like kind of event related things coming into World of Tanks console as well. So I'll talk about all of these, and then you should have all of the information you need for this weekend. So first things first, you do have two new operations or challenges or whatever you want to call them in game. These challenges will reward you each with 350,000 silver in total after you've completed them. And that's each, so you can get a total of 700,000 silver. You also will get some specific camouflage vouchers, so you can pick up a multi-scale jungle camo voucher and a multi-scale greenfield camo voucher. You can complete each of these challenges 10 times, and for completing them you get 35,000 silver each time. But the camo vouchers are only after you've completed it 10 times. So once you complete it 10 times, you will get the camo vouchers, and they're helpful for saving costs on gold if you want to purchase the permanent camouflage on your tanks, which does actually increase your concealment rating on your tank by like a couple percent maybe. And yeah, that's key for those of you who don't know that. You can actually increase your camouflage rating by or concealment rating by applying a camouflage. So if you didn't know that, that's just another thing for you guys who are trying to do that. Now, what do I think about these operations? I think they're pretty easy. In terms of completing, they're just, you have to play an American tank if you want to complete one of them. Otherwise, you just have to destroy one or more American vehicles in any number of battles. So, you have to basically destroy one American tank 10 times, or at least in 10 different games, and then you'll get these rewards. So if you're playing any tank, you'll be able to get that. But if you're trying to complete both of them at the same time, which you can do, you'll need to play in an American tank itself, and then you'll have to destroy 3 or more vehicles in any number of battles. So over the course of this whole operation, you will have to at least destroy 30 or more vehicles whilst playing in an American vehicle. So yeah, once you've completed them, obviously the 750,000 or 700,000 silver for completing both of them 10 times each, and then getting the jungle camo vouchers and the greenfield camo. And then you've got your usual weekend deals, except this time they've brought in quite a few new deals. I haven't seen many of them at least sold on their own. There's a few to look at, but potentially I don't think that there's that much of interest for me personally, but you guys can always differ in your opinion, and I'd like to hear those in the comment section below, so feel free to do that. Obviously I like hearing your guys' thoughts, and that just kind of builds upon my own knowledge of what kind of tanks people like and stuff like that, so I can give a better opinion on the videos. Now, the first bundle that you can pick up is the T54E2, the TL1 LPC, and the M48A2 pattern combined all into one bundle, 60% off, and that's going to cost you 10,665 gold. You can see the 3 tanks on here. This is the M48A2 pattern on screen. Then we've got the TL1 LPC on screen right here. And then finally the T54E2. I believe that this one is an autoloader. So yeah, and same with the TL1 LPC. I think that is actually the Stone Cold tank, but the non-skinned version of that. So yeah, this is going to cost you 10,665. They're all American. tanks, which means that, you know, if you're lacking in some premium American tanks, then this bundle is going to be really good. I think that they're actually all valid tanks to pick up. I think that the T54E2 is a really good tank. It's an autoloader, I believe. If I am getting the right one, I think you can pick between an autoloader or a single shotgun on this tank. I think so. Yep, you can. So you can pick between an autoloader or a single shot. The single shot is basically better DPM and accuracy and aim time and everything like that. But obviously you get the limitation of not having the autoloader. The autoloader has 3 shots in its clip, which means it has a damage potential over 1,000. It's basically, the T77 from this season's end final reward. It's basically a better version of that, to be honest with you. You've got way better DPM, which is funny because the T77 is actually meant to be good. But yeah, this one's just better in my opinion, and I think definitely the T77 needs a buff in order to make it anywhere near comparable. Then you've got the TL1. This is the double shot. It's got a really, really short intra clip reload, so you can fire one and then fire one pretty much instantaneously afterwards. So it's got 2 shots in its clip. Yeah, a really good one. Doesn't have loads and loads of armor, but you might be able to pull off the occasional bounce. And then you've got the M48A2 pattern, which I've not really heard much about, so I can't really give too much of an opinion on it. It's like an M48 pattern at tier 8. Do I think it's going to be super overpowered? Definitely not. I think, it does have the penetration to play up against tier 10s, but you do only have 240 alpha, and yeah, I don't think it's particularly amazing. So, if you're interested in this bundle, or you're interested in medium tanks and autoloaders, then this one will probably be the bundle for you. I would, say it's a fair shout. Definitely. It's not a complete write-off. Then we'll move on to the personal offers, or like the specific tank bundles, I guess, which are just 50% off of just a single tank on its own. This week we've got the Equalizer and we've got the STRV 81, as you can see on screen. This is the STRV, and that's the Equalizer right there. Equalizer is a premium artillery that has the option of picking an autoloader. Yep, an autoloader on an artillery, I know. And then you've got a single shot as well. So the key thing with this is you pick between, having a clip, or you can pick one that actually has more damage, and it's kind of like the M12 gun at tier 7, except on like an M53 based tank. So yeah, it's interesting. It's like an M53 but with the M12 gun. Or you can choose a auto-loading 4-clip tank, gun that reloads fairly fast, and it does 380 damage per shot with HE and has a 145 pen. It's very good for tracking tanks, but it's not particularly amazing for penning anything at the tier, and you're going to find it quite hard to hit all of your shots at once. Often, they're going to splash around, but yeah, it's good for assistance. So it's really up to you. Do I think it's worth 5,000 gold? Personally, if you're playing in a platoon of them for a bit of fun, then yeah, I guess so, with the autoloaders version of it. But it could be a decent artillery. Do I think it's the best one to pick for a premium tank? I don't know. I don't think that the earning potential is going to be amazing. You're playing an artillery. Yeah, I don't think this one is going to be one that I would recommend necessarily, but it would be fun for those of you who are interested in premium artillery, and there's not that many of them in the game, luckily. So yeah, this one's kind of one that's very interesting, and no other artillery really has a gun like it, because once you fire, it fires them all in like a salvo, so it will literally just keep firing continuously in a row, and you can obviously move your cursor and stuff in game whilst it's firing. Yeah, moving on though, we will go to the STRV 81. This is the Swedish medium tank, very similar to the Centurion, I guess. It's basically like a Swedish British tank. It's got an alright gun, 226 pen. You're looking at 230 alpha damage, 8 rounds a minute, somewhere in the region of like 1800 DPM on tier 8. It's not fantastic, but it's not awful. Good accuracy, good aim time, going to be even better when you buff it with the perks and everything on that tank. Do I think it's an amazing tank? It will probably earn quite a lot of silver so long as you're not just slinging premium rounds. That 160% bonus or the 60% bonus silver every single game will be really nice for you to earn some money. Other than that, I just think it's pretty much like a Centurion. Nothing too special about it. Has a little bit of spaced armor on the sides here, but other than that, really nothing massively special about it. I think that if you're interested in your British mediums, it might be interesting to get this tank. Also, the marks on it look fantastic because of the gold rings. I think that they're probably my favourite / second favourite marks on the game. I do like the ring marks instead of having a symbol or an icon or whatever. Other than that will cost you 3,950 gold. Do I think it's worth it? I definitely think it's worth it if you're interested in British mediums, you like the playstyle and you're used to that. Otherwise, I don't think it's particularly broken or that fantastic in game that's going to ruin everyone's day. I think it's just an average British medium. It's definitely probably not the best one. But this is Swedish and you can train up your Swedish crews without having to pay for the transfer costs. So yeah, I think that the bundles this week are actually pretty decent. Got a bit of variety in there. I think that, all of them are worth the shout. You can make a case for every single one of them. I think there's none of them that I would say absolutely do not get. I do think the Equalizer gets a bit of hate for being so overpowered, but it really isn't that overpowered. It's just really annoying to come up against an auto-loading artillery that just plonks 4 shells on you and takes out crew members for missing. I just think that, it's alright. Now we'll move on to the next bit of the video, which is the special event. This is the Canine Veterans Day, and this is basically an event Wargaming runs every year, usually around this time, and you'll just be able to pick up the T-34-85 Rudy. This is the one that has the commander. It's got Sven and Yarok, I think, or Yarok and Jankos. And basically this is like a special commander that you'll get with it. I think that you will get the commander with it. So you can purchase the Rudy for 2,550 gold and then you'll get the commander with it. I believe it will probably come with 1 perk. And the special thing about this is whenever you get a 6th sense, the dog will bark. So you'll have a barking noise when 6th sense activates. Which is interesting, and it's definitely a good tank as well to pick up. You're looking at these Russian mediums at tier 6 are actually pretty overpowered. The T-34-85M, T-34-85 Rudy, the T-34-88, they're all really good mediums at tier 6. Now, in terms of whether I think it's worth it, I think if you haven't got it, it's a good shout, and it definitely looks nice, and you get the commander with it as well. I think that it also supports a good cause too. So I think that it's always good, and it's good that Wargaming are recognising veterans around the world. So really good chance to pick up a tank, and it's a good tank at that as well. Along with this, you'll be able to get the challenge, which is just basically win a game. So as long as you're playing, you'll be able to pick up 5 German Shepherd emblems for your tank, so interesting to have those. I like the emblems and the customizations that Wargaming are giving out, because I feel like, instead of just giving out loads of premium tanks and stuff, it's not really doing anything negative towards the game. It's something that's just giving you a nice extra things to grind out and stuff like that. I'd just like to see some more different operations to be able to pick up these customizations. Maybe something that's a little harder, not necessarily harder in terms of it's just going to limit people from getting it, but something that takes a little longer. Maybe people that spend more time will get this reward, and it's going to be rarer, and therefore you've got people really wanting to get that special rare consumable or item or something like that, or skin for a different tank that really shows this guy's played for quite a bit and he's had to do all of these challenges. I really want that too. I'd like to see that in game. Now, you can get 5 of these. You will only get 1 per win, but you can do that 5 times over the day. So that's from the 13th to the 14th of March. The bundle, however, will run from the 12th of March to the 16th of March. So if you want to pick that up, make sure you do it in that couple of day window. Then yeah. And then finally, we'll move on to the last thing is this video. We're going to be talking about the clan tournament or tournament that you can pick up some really, really good rewards. I'm not going to lie, I won't be taking part in this. I don't have a team of 7 people that reliably play this game. I certainly wouldn't be able to do a tournament myself. I mean, I've just not really got the time to be able to do that. But for those of you who are in a clan who do play regularly, then this event is going to be good for you. What you have to do is you have to sign up on the Wargaming website with your team. You need the name of your team and the list of participants. I believe you'll probably need to just put their gamer tags or PSN ID in the sign up sheet or whatever. But you can have a look at that yourself if you just go onto the Wargaming website. You will need to do this by the 19th of March, so it's currently available right now. So you have to sign up before the 19th of March, and then you'll be qualified for the event. The qualifying stage then begins on March 20th, 21st and 27th, so they'll basically weed out the people who don't make it as far, and then there's the playoff stage on March 28th and April 3rd, so that'll be the case of, working through a tournament-based round of 16, semi-finals, quarter-finals, finals, and then you'll get rewarded depending on where you stage in that if you make it past the qualifying stage of qualifying groups. A bit like the World Cup in football, it's going to be worked like that. And then the format of this will be 7 versus 7, so you do need 7 people to play with or to be in the tournament. There's a list of tournament rules that you can have a look at on the Wargaming website if you really want to. The tournament rules will probably be on screen right now, so you can look at them. So you can have 1 bench player, that's the key thing. You can draw if no team wins the battle. I doubt that will happen very often, to be honest with you. And you can compose your team of either Xbox or PS4 combined into one, and yeah, team members may belong to different clans or to no clans, so yeah, you can all be a mixture of whoever as long as you're all in a team, and you've submitted that by the 19th of March. All of the conditions are basically on screen right now. I won't go through them all because it will just take too long, and this video will be way too long. But yeah, you can see that there's various different things on screen right now. If you really want to pause the video and have a look, I'll make sure to be able to do that right there. Now, in terms of the rest of it, once you've won or you've participated, if you last or in the team, you'll be able to get a load of different things as part of it. And these rewards are as follows. So you can pick up a few different things. So for first place, you will pick up 15 top secret key cards and the emblem that just says Wargaming approved. You can also pick up, second place will pick up 15 classified key cards and the Wargaming approved emblem, and then third place will pick up 15 confidential key cards and the Wargaming approved emblem. You're probably looking at the top secret a minimum of 6,000 gold in total, and then you've got you're more than likely to get a premium tank out of that, and then obviously the emblem, and that's like the minimum. Obviously you can get more gold, so you could be looking at maybe 10,000 gold if you can get that. Each member of the team will actually receive the 15 top secret key cards, and yeah, so that's interesting for you guys. And then from 4th to 8th place, you'll receive 3 confidential key cards and 3 days of premium. So you won't get the Wargaming approved emblem, but you will get the 3 days of premium. And then finally, all members of the teams that gain at least 15 points in the tournament will receive 1 day of premium. So I hope that kind of goes over what you guys wanted to find out. I'm glad that they're moving towards, having some more clan events, having some more community-based tournaments and stuff like that. That is going to be interesting to see people who are still playing and some of the best players all joining up together and having a good run through the tournament. Hopefully you guys, I wish you all of the best in the tournament if you partake or if you sign up. Definitely have a go and see how you can fare against others. Maybe I'll do it one day, but I probably won't sign up because I just don't have the people to play with, to be honest with you. And maybe I will, maybe I won't, depending on what happens. But other than that, that is pretty much everything for this weekend and all of the news that Wargaming have given us since my last news video. I want to thank you all so much for the support recently. I think there's about 2,650 of you as of this recording. Yeah, madness. We've been growing so fast, and I really do appreciate everything everyone's doing. If you want to check out more content on the channel, you can do so, obviously on screen right now, as I usually say. But other than that, I do really hope you have a good rest of your day, and I do thank you all for watching. If you want to subscribe and support the channel, then you can. I do have a join link that you can join the channel if you want to donate money, but I don't really, it's there for those of you who are interested. But I don't want to come across like I'm just farming money. Like, do you know what I mean? It's just there for those of you who want to support the channel even further, other than just watching. But for most of you, well, I'm just happy that people are watching the videos. Thanks everyone. I hope you enjoy, and yeah, have a really great rest of your day. See ya.